We started this project about 2 years ago, and the first thing we did in hindsight that worked out really well was we went to the neighbors beforehand, and literally I went around the neighborhood door to door when we were thinking about it and said, you know, we're thinking about doing this. Everybody says we should be trying to do these things, and what do you think? And all we could say when we first met them was that we knew it was going to be big, and as we learned about it, they learned about it. People had concerns about the height, the noise, as did we, because I don't know whether you've looked around the campus at all. It's a really beautiful spot, and we were also very concerned. The monks in particular, I figured if I could win the monks over to this, I could win anybody over to this, because we tend to be a fairly conservative group. People were very worried about it dominating the campus, and what would this big machine whirling away on the campus be like. And they were concerned about satellite dishes, whether this would affect that. It doesn't. And then once the turbine went up, after 3 weeks, I went back around the neighborhood and figured, well, we'll see what everybody thinks now that the reality is here and turning. And it was interesting because not everybody was over the top about it. The reactions as I went down the street were, it was bigger than they thought, but they were kind of getting used to it. The ones very closest here, they could hear it, and they were getting used to it.
We live here in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, right across the street from Portsmouth Abbey. We have the wind turbine. Okay, as far as the noise generated, it's pretty much a gentle hum. It's
I was going to say, I think it's quite soothing, actually. It's just like, you know, whenever you come outside and you can just hear the blades going around. I don't think it's intrusive at all. I think it's a very calming kind of sound.
Yeah.
Even when it's going pretty fast.
Yeah.
It's been great, actually. It's kind of neat.
Some people have asked us about the noise that it makes, but you know, I've come out and I've said to myself, yeah, geez, I can actually hear it blowing. But it sounds like the wind blowing through a tree, so...
yeah, maybe sometime. Every once in a great while, and when it's really windy, you might be able to hear it like a dryer that's in the basement across on the other side of the house, something like that, if you're on the back side.
It's been great. You know, the only noise it makes, it sounds like a waterfall sometimes at night. That's it. I think it's soothing.
The airplane's louder than the turbine.
As you can hear, if you can hear it behind me, it's a very kind of white noise, sort of like wind, or it's got a pattern like waves, or a dishwasher running, or something like that. And very quickly we get used to it. You know, I could say honestly, there were times where I'd say, well, I wish it were quiet now. But noise has not been an issue. The shadow is a little more annoying. Like if you're on your computer, it can be a little, you know, annoying to have this shadow, the light clicking on and off. We own all the land to the east of it, so sunset's not so much of an issue. But sunrise, if the sun rises right behind it, then you get a flicker from the blades, so that if it's a sunny morning and it's coming into the house, then the blades kind of chop off the sunlight.
The first sunrise, that it was really sunny out, it was like a strobe light going off in the house, and I didn't know what it was. But it's just when the sun was rising and the direction the propellers were facing. So for about 10 minutes, it was like a strobe light, and then it was done once the sun was above the blades.
Most of them don't have a problem with it, and they say, well, they have to close their blinds sometimes. It depends on what the weather's like, which way the wind is blowing, which way the turbine is facing. And they get it for about 2 to 3 weeks, and for a decreasing time of day each time.
We heard about the flicker effect when the sun is in a certain angle. That does occur. It occurs in the middle of the summer from this particular location, and it's first thing in the morning. So as the sun moves to its arc, it's gone within 5 minutes.
It doesn't last long. It lasts like a week or two maybe, and then there's no more flicker effect. The sun moves to a different location.
It doesn't last for that long, and it goes away. And lots of people have come by here to take a look at it. So that was our hope, that we would put this up, take a chance, and that it would work out, and that others would come by and see that it's not the ogre or the behemoth that they think it might be. So